it's hard for people to embrace change. But here, it's celebrated.
Wow, amazing.
Oh my gosh, train!
Buckle up. This isn't just a show, it's a thrill ride, combining speed and savvy.
Is your blood pressure okay?
This thing is like a rocket ship.
这不是一个产能过剩的问题，而是一个企业经营往前走还是被淘汰的问题。
Are you ready to rev up your heart rate and witness the birth of industrial brilliance?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Oh!
What? Seriously?
We'll explore the secrets behind making a fortune in this hard-charging, wondrous land.
I think in China there's a very interesting saying, which is at the right time, at the right place, with the right people.
Trends come and go, but winning is always cool.
So big question, why China? A festival of colors. Thousands of people, young and old, are gathered here this beautiful morning, waiting for the starting pistol.
More and more Chinese people want to live a healthy lifestyle, and this is driving a demand in traditional and modern sports. One of them is running, and what better way to enjoy that than join in the fun at the Color Run here in Beijing. 你今天为什么来？
高兴快乐玩儿
啊，可以看
团队7个人。
我觉得这是一个非常开心的活动，我们在这儿体验到了
快乐、热情、勇敢，就很自由。
恭喜你，幸福快乐。
Apparently, there's much more to sport than just getting fit and staying healthy.
With a growing passion for sports here in China, sportswear is also becoming a fashion trend.
In 2023, China's sports consumption market was valued at around $200 billion. That's expected to double in 3 years. Chinese sports brands are getting the picture. But how are they leveraging on it? This is Xinjiang, China's shoe capital. 1 in every 20 pairs of shoes in the world is manufactured here. That's over 1 billion pairs each year. Yet, little more than 40 years ago, Xinjiang was just an impoverished town on China's southeast coast. What's the secret behind its success? Chen Radian is the president of the local Chamber of Commerce. He tells me that to understand the Xinjiang story, I should learn a song, Fight to Win.
Why do you like this song?
其实每个闽南人，特别是闽南的老板，都非常喜欢这首歌。特别是你在生意上遇到曲折、遇到一些不顺的情况下，这个歌它可以激励你往前冲。三分天注定，七分靠打拼，爱拼才会赢。
I could not understand every word, but the way he sang the song, I could feel how the people of Xinjiang fought hard to get to where they are today.
我是等于是前代的发展的第一代，22子。我那出来的时候18岁，我们骑过的苦多了。那我们要骑这一个自行车，有时候一天骑到厦门、同安，因为厦门、同安有做学院的，骑到厦门去销售。
1978 was a turning point for China. It announced its reform and opening up to reshape its economy. Chen dared to dream. But back in the day, it was not easy for private entrepreneurs to join the big boys.
那个时候我们去推销嘛，那卖都是到百货公司、百货店去买嘛。那百货店还是公家的，他对看你这个个体户是非常看不起的。那我们包里面拿几双样品，经常都被他们赶出来，理都不理你啊！你们这不要，都是这种。就厚着脸皮，经历了太多了。
The tables have turned now. Private entrepreneurs have contributed significantly to make China the world's second largest economy. The private sector accounts for 90% of businesses in China and provides 80% of the jobs here.
其实我们前代人的一个优点就是会吃苦耐劳，还有一个就相互比拼。我要做得更好，我要争一口气，所以遇到了很大的困难，我们都是这样一路在想，继续在前在冲，没有说我要退出了。
Market economy reforms were a boon to private entrepreneurs like Chen. Quickly, Xinjiang grew to become a national hub of the footwear industry.
到了应该90年代，前代就有几千家了，每一个村最少都有100多家的企业，因为成立一个全国都到前代这边来采购。
As the market continued to flourish, it generated an aggregation effect. From raw material procurement to production and sales, tens of thousands of enterprises sprung up in Xinjiang, forming a complete production chain and industrial system. Xinjiang began to make its mark on the international stage to become a global footwear hub. Simultaneously, dozens of towns across the country, echoing Xinjiang's success, began to emerge as dynamic industrial hubs. Like an ecosystem, watching these small and big fishes just reminds me of how small and big companies in Xinjiang work together efficiently. However, Xinjiang's fish, big and small, were in for a shock. The Great Recession in 2008 threw a spanner in the works.
过去呢，我们可以出口，全世界市场都是对我们开放的。但是金融危机之后呢，全世界的需求增速它下来了，那我们就得要转型。
Xinjiang's entrepreneurs recognized the need for a major change in strategy. From design and manufacturing to quality and branding, the traditional industries needed an upgrade. Across China, entrepreneurs began creating world-famous brands for the domestic market, focusing on higher quality and better design. This logistics center is operated by a local sports brand. During China's biggest shopping festival, Double 11, it handles 1 million orders a day. Among the sneakers flying off its shelves, many bear the touch of American designer Robbie Fuller.
Wow. Oh. What?
What?
Seriously? So, I mean, for me, this is what an amazing moment. Out here, you know, like maybe in that box, something I designed.
Possibly you could have designed,
in that box, something somebody from my team's designed.
Right.
And each time that thing moves, it's like somebody somewhere said, "Hey, I want something you've designed." So pretty cool moment. Looking at these people.
From designing his first pair of shoes at Converse to senior design director at Adidas, Robbie became a leading figure in footwear design. In 2016, he made the move to China.
So, big question, why China?
As part of being a footwear designer, you need to go to where the product's being made. You need to see the samples, make updates. For me, I feel this pressure at all times. As soon as I get the sample, immediately it's like, what do you want to change? You know? And so for you quickly look at it and you go, oh, yeah, I agree. This part could be better. This could be better. You make those changes, get them out, boom, here comes the next round and the next round. So unlike any other place in the world, literally for two years we had this theme, Faster China, and this was one of the authentic reasons why we really like that theme, because it's faster, moving forward, high performance, high technology. So yeah, the pace is unbelievable.
At this state-of-the-art manufacturing facility, creative designs are being transformed into products faster than ever before. Different categories, styles, colors, and sizes of shoes and clothing are being produced on the same production line at the same time.
中国经济最显著的变化就是从这种外延式扩张的发展模式转向了高质量发展。什么是高质量发展道路呢？就是要搞技术创新。
I definitely like some of this. Changes color.
How make these season totally different?
When I hold this and do like that, you can tell something coming.
And that focus is definitely paying off. In 2022, Anta's revenue surpassed Nike's in China for the first time, making it the largest sports footwear and apparel company in the country.
Trends come and go, but winning is always cool. To be honest, that was one of the reasons I wanted to come and do this role in China. And so being able to play any kind of role in that, I think I'll look back on it and, feel a sense of pride.
In the past 40 years, pride, persistence, and entrepreneurship have become the hallmark of this city. Just like Anta, more companies are starting out small and growing into giant whales in the ocean we call the global marketplace.
我们知道啊，全世界搞市场经济的国家是占绝大多数，但绝大多数市场经济的国家都没有成功。所以市场经济呢，它是一个必要条件，但它绝对不是一个经济增长的充分条件。所以还是要看你这个政府怎么去搞改革，怎么去制定政策。因为中国政府呢，在这方面呢做的呢是非常好的。
As part of its continuous efforts to deepen reform, China announced yet another new law in July 2024. Its aim is to boost the socialist market economy. For Robbie, China is no longer just a working place. It has become a home for his wife and 2 kids.
I want to share all my love with you. No one else will do. Your eyes, your eyes, your eyes.
Explores another booming Chinese market, electric vehicles.
I've always loved cars. I see them as more than just a status symbol. A car says a lot about who we are. Before I visited China, I wanted to talk to Jeffrey Sachs, one of the world's most influential economists, to get some advice on my China journey.
I'll tell you, the most notable single thing is green license plates. Now, what does that mean? Electric vehicles. But it's an incredibly competitive sector right now. When you visit China, when you visit cutting-edge enterprises, what you're seeing is rapid technological advance, lots of innovation.
Is this true? On my journey of discovery, I hope to find out. The southern city of Guangzhou is a car manufacturing hub. Here, China's Mr. Car is waiting for me. Oh, this is the part of the trip I was really looking forward to, my chance to get behind the wheel of some of these EVs here in China. But what I wasn't told was that the budget is really, really small. This is all they could afford. It's one of these tiny EVs, but it does help you navigate some of these smaller roads, which you find were really kind of jammed with cars. You can see one right over here. But at any rate, I'm on my way now to try some of these other really expensive high-end EVs.
Nice to meet you, Mike. You can call me Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Yeah, my day job is I explain the Chinese car market to the world, and we've put together a lineup of cars for you to experience. Each is distinctive in their own way.
Yeah, I can't wait.
This is the SSR.
Oh, man.
And guess how much this car costs in China after tax? 160,000.
Oh my gosh.
So that sounds like a big price tag, but when you compare, this is full carbon fiber. You're paying for these really genuine supercar material and supercar performance.
Right.
Then this price seems like a bargain. You're gonna have a go at this later.
Wow, it's beauty.
Talking about your own car.
Yeah.
It's slightly less impressive.
I was gonna say, it doesn't cost as much, does it?
Yeah, but this is the segment where China has the biggest advantage.
It's super for the bank account at least, right?
Yeah, it's easy to park.
Yeah.
About the one behind you, this car is famous for its autonomous driving. We're gonna go on the public roads later.
Wow, I can't wait. And then we've got another one.
Yeah. The big selling point of this car is that it can charge, but the killing point is it swaps.
Oh, wow. Okay, I can't wait, but can we start with this one first?
Of course.
All right.
Let's try it. It's a lot of power.
Wow, this thing is like a rocket ship.
From 0 to 100, this car on the right tire is under 2 seconds. Is your blood pressure okay?
So quick to accelerate too. It really is a supercar too. Let me just see if I can sprint past everybody. Oh my gosh, amazing. And there's still more to it. I mean, I can really...
completely.
Wow.
As I said, to fully experience this car, you need to go to a track.
Kind of driving slow, I don't want to give it up.
We are now in the assisted driving mode. If you see this blue line appearing on screen, that means this vehicle is in control. We have camera vision on every angle. We have LiDAR to detect the distance. Put them all together, we put together a sensor system that is very robust.
All sides and way off in the distance too, so you can see some. It's just mind-boggling. I know that this is normal for you, but for a guy coming from the West who doesn't see this, it's pretty amazing.
With this big SUV, it's luxurious to very quiet. It also has very good sound system. Let's try the karaoke bit, but to do that, we need to park the car.
China's car industry wasn't always like this. 48 years after Henry Ford rolled out his first iconic Model T, China came along in 1956 with its first automobile, a truck. It was an astonishing milestone for China, but still left the country lagging far behind the rest of the world. Last time I was here in China was a few years back, and so driving on these roads with Sean is a new experience. All these beautiful cars with green license plates are a sign of how rapidly the EV industry is growing in China. So how did it happen? Sean tells me the first reason is the fierce, even cutthroat market competition.
When NIO came out with the highway-assisted driving function, XPeng's users started basically at the founder of XPeng in WeChat.
Oh, wow.
Saying, How could you be beaten by that? Aren't you always famous for your technology? The different thing between all of the Chinese car manufacturers is that all of the founders are still alive. When they want something, they will make it happen, no matter what. It's this very in-your-face competition that's ultimately driving this industry forward.
This kind of competition is putting pressure on the global automotive giants operating in the Chinese market, and that includes Volkswagen. This is the 40th anniversary of Volkswagen in China. The company has enjoyed huge market success while helping to pave the way for the Chinese auto industry to establish an international standard of manufacturing excellence, along with the supply chain that may well be the envy of the world. But in China's EV boom, the German teacher was kind of slow to react. Now, Volkswagen is learning from its Chinese counterparts, and that's helping it develop its own EV technology.
未来的10年或者未来的数十年，我们认为 AI 会改变。我真的是蛮期望，就是说将中国的本地化，将中国的 AI 能够跟大众在40年里面的在硬件、在很多品质、在全球化上的领域，我们能够创造一个全新的各种。
Nowadays, the more we go into e-mobility and connected cars, I would say it's more symbiotic. And for us, the relevant partners changed a little bit. It's not the partners building a factory, it's now more the partners about software, about autonomous driving, about connectivity and infotainment systems.
怎么说 marketing perspective?
市场角度。
很好。Great minds think alike.
这是倾向。英雄之间略同。
对，英雄。
Dr. Gabarty's daily routine mainly consists of two things: learning Chinese and managing Volkswagen's largest R&D center outside of Germany. It's in Hefei, a city in middle China that you may never have heard of.
You might ask yourself, why would an American come to Hefei? After all, most travel guides refer to it as rural, rustic, but it's anything but that. In fact, Volkswagen has its second largest research and innovation center right here in Hefei, second only to the headquarters in Germany. So what is it about this city? What's the allure? We're about to find out.
Before I talked to the CEO, Dr. Gabarty, about this, I decided to meet Sultana, a middle-ranking German manager who may just provide me with some answers. She's an outdoor enthusiast who enjoys finding a sense of balance with nature. She came here a few years ago when Volkswagen was setting up its EV joint venture in China.
And I was watching you do your yoga, and it's just like you're so free-flowing and kind of blending with nature and everything. Can you talk about this balance that you found in your life, both from a personal standpoint and a professional one?
I mean, I'm very, very happy and proud that I'm part of the journey of Volkswagen producing NEVs now here. So, because for me, it means also a step into sustainability.
You've been here 18 years. What have you watched, and what would you tell people who aren't really familiar with the China story when it comes to that?
China has changed a lot during those 18 years. When I arrived here, say we had less cars on the street, and also when you see the cars, they have like unified shapes, yeah, quite squared and bulky and really like old school style. But now you have all this fancy stuff. Chinese people are not very afraid to try out new things. So, and this is for me like, so wow.
The fierce competition, the growing demand for a healthy and clean environment, and the Chinese appetite for new things are all helping the EV industry here to really take off. Walking around with Sultana, I'm struck by the city's vibrancy, its energy and bustle.
Whoa. Very garlicky, sweet. See you.
This is what attracted 6 automotive giants, including Volkswagen, BYD, and NIO, to set up facilities here, along with 500 related suppliers. And who better to provide an insight into why a global industry leader has chosen Huawei and China than Dr. Gabarty, Volkswagen Anwei's CEO.
Yeah, we go now to the body shop, which you will see. So 1,200 robots there, more or less, one of the highest automated body shops in China, you will see.
Dr. Gabarty says it took just 18 months to create this fully upgraded facility from scratch. It is a stunning example of the breakneck pace here that's known as China speed.
This is just so amazing. They all kind of go in unison, right? It's like a symphony in a way when you watch it.
You see, it brings the parts, huh? Then
Wow.
it comes in, fixation.
And then the other thing about China is it's embracing. I mean, it's hard for people to embrace change, but here it's embraced, it's celebrated. Innovation just seems to be in the DNA.
Yeah, innovation is definitely in the DNA, especially in the electric cars now, because basically in the things, software, connectivity, there is really a lot of innovative passion here.
It's so funny because we keep having these shadows.
Absolutely. Maybe we let him go.
Right this way.
Yes, exactly.
I feel like every time there's one behind us that I'm delaying production.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
The rapid innovation in the Chinese market acts as a driving force for global automotive giants like Volkswagen in actively enhancing their competitiveness around the world.
I think in China there's a very interesting saying which is called 天时地利人和. Be at the right time, at the right place with the right people.
Even China itself was stunned by the speed of this transition. In 2020, China set a goal that in 15 years, more than half the cars sold would be EVs. But it took only 4 years to hit that target. That's right, China hit the mark in 2024, 11 years early. And if you think that's impressive, get this. By 2035, 90% of the cars on the roads here could be EVs. The Chinese auto giants have been moving with remarkable speed to develop EVs. Take, for example, the Guangzhou Automotive Group, GAC. The Fortune 500 firm zoomed past the 1 million mark in sales, making it the fastest growing EV seller on the planet.
Now I've had a chance to be behind the wheel of one of these cars. I've come here to the manufacturing facility itself to see how the magic is made.
This is the world's only lighthouse factory for NEVs. Here, they've reached the pinnacle of global manufacturing intelligence and digitalization. 600 robots work in tandem according to precise procedures, and they do it with speed and agility. It's remarkable what they can do. There are more than 100,000 configuration combinations that can be realized on the same production line. From the initial steel plate to the final vehicle assembly, the entire process can be completed in just 16 hours.
中国的疆域面积是整个欧洲的面积，中国的人口是欧洲的2.5倍，所以它这么巨大的一个国内市场，它很快就能把这个创新的成本给消化掉了。然后呢，我们这个规模大，制造业的规模就会跟着大。有人老说我们制造业是大而不强，我说大就是强，它把综合成本给压下来了，这个太重要了。
How big and how strong? Keep in mind you're looking at the world's largest single market and the largest market for cars. It's an unbeatable combination that will keep these robots humming. It makes you think that the sky's the limit for China's EV industry. I met Si Jongmin, a veteran car engineer who's been working in the auto industry his whole life. He's now leading GAC's transformation from gasoline to electric.
Wow.
circuit.
Wow, that's really cool. Very nice.
作为中国的汽车人来讲的话，我从合资走到了自主，走到了今天，我才觉得这是中国人自己在造自己的车，通过自己的核心技术、自己的自主知识产权来造车，而且走到了世界领先地位，应该是中国汽车人应该为之而骄傲的事情。
But some skeptics are beginning to wonder if there's a saturation point for EVs in China. Now there seems to be these concerns from some about overcapacity, and I want to get your thoughts on that.
广汽安去年的所有工厂满产，销售量是我所有产能利用率的125%，它没有过剩啊。那么有另外一个问题就是说，你如果是发展不好的，或者是你技术更新不快的，或者是你没有竞争力的企业，那你可能就没有市场占有率，你的产能肯定是过剩的。 这不是一个产能过剩的问题，而是一个企业经营往前走还是被淘汰的问题。
The world is clamoring for green products, but the demand remains largely unmet.
China is an exceptionally good, highly competitive, low-cost producer of what the emerging economies of the world want. By the way, also what American consumers want.
Spending time here, you can't help but think you're actually witnessing a revolution. Now, innovation is a buzzword, but not here in China. It's the marriage of efficiency, robots, technology, all of them fused together to create these new vehicles that are spreading out all across the world.
After my electric ride, it's time to embark on another exhilarating journey by high-speed rail. This is one of my favorite ways to get around China, high-speed rail, and I'm not alone. In the past decade, China has built 40,000 kilometers of high-speed rail. That's enough to circle the entire equator. And China isn't done. They're building rail lines now in places you probably never could have imagined. This is the East China Sea. Here, thousands of beautiful islands, sometimes described as like stars sprinkled on the azure waters. From China's largest archipelago city, Zhoushan. Here is a major maritime economic hub in China. World-class natural fishing ports embrace the isles, narrating the profound marine culture with each ebb and flow.
Famous port harbor for the ship.
Yeah.
Every night I hear the sound of the boat, boom, 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 like motor, sound of the motor. It's amazing. Yeah, it's like a lullaby.
There's a whole chain of islands here, right?
There was no bridge many years ago, so we have to take ferry boat or other kinds of boat to get the destination. We have been trying to connect them together. We're gonna cross this bridge to get to another island called Changzhi Island. It is where my school is. That island was old and fewer people and like undeveloped. Since the bridge was built, everything developed. New buildings, new hospital,
new restaurant.
The ocean is a bountiful gift, but it can also be a troubling divide. Zhoushan was always separated from China's railway network. For many years, the bridge was the islanders' only link to the mainland. This limited connectivity created a cost in terms of time and money that was a heavy burden, especially when the weather was bad.
When I was a kid, I never seen a railway before, only from TV. The first time I saw it, I was so excited and cheered. Oh my gosh, train! Just like other people see the ocean.
We expect the train so much. That's because first thing is about the time. It saves a lot of time.
Jiadai's dream is being realized, a world-class project that overcomes the boundary between land and sea. The Ningbo-Zhoushan Railway is underway. This will mark a significant step forward in the region's development by establishing its first rail link. Cutting across 77 kilometers of terrain, this high-speed rail line is planned to operate at 250 kilometers an hour. To protect maritime shipping and bypass hazards like undersea oil pipelines, an 11.21 kilometer long tunnel, the diameter equivalent to the height of a 5-story building, is being carefully excavated deep beneath the sea's surface. This engineering marvel will be the world's largest and longest undersea high-speed rail tunnel.
Well, we are going into the belly of the beast, deep underground, where we're going to see this technological wonder.
Hello，
你好，
欢迎。我带你去看一下我们那个京藏海底隧道这种世界级工程。走，其实跟上我的脚步。这个我们也非常感荣幸。目前我们这个超级工程已经到了最关键的时刻，现在已经要破研始发了。
Meet the person in charge of this project, Wang Shuang, a veteran with 16 years of shield tunneling experience.
现在我们已经进入到登革机的一个范围了。对，这个前面就是刀盘，它不停地转动，通过这个转动那个滚刀来切削这个土底这个岩石。这个庞然大物它可以应对160瓦以上的这个岩石都可以切削下来，都没问题。
Wow, it's just incredible. This has got to be the most complicated, though, right?
对，这个是我见到最复杂、最难的、最有挑战性的。
To connect the tunnel as quickly as possible, the project adopted a bold dual-end excavation strategy. 2 boring machines inch forward at a speed of 3 to 5 millimeters per minute. Like deep-sea leviathans, they will spend 2.5 years slowly approaching each other. When they finally achieve the remarkable precision docking at sea, they will do so with an error margin of no more than 20 millimeters. For everyone involved in this project, it's the ultimate test of skill and endurance.
对于我们这个长期做这种事业的人呢，他就有一种新鲜感和兴奋感，尤其是像这种超级项目，我的梦想就是把所有的尺寸的灯构、所有类型的灯构自己都尝试一下，去做一做。说实话，人一生中能参与一下这样的项目，还是非常值得自己去做的。
Rapid infrastructure development has spurred the growth of heavy industry. Take, for example, the boring machine I'm standing on. Called Dinghai, it is the pride of China's heavy industry.
They have a slogan down here, marching to the depths of the earth, which captures the sentiment, of course, but this is so much more like the price tag, 350 million RMB, about $48 million in the US. But more than that, it doesn't capture the sensations, the gyrations that go through the core of your body, or the roar of the engine itself. Basically, what it doesn't capture is just how awe-inducing all of this is.
With its reinforced steel shield, the Dinghai boring machine can withstand the enormous pressure 85 meters underwater. Imagine the weight of a hippopotamus standing on the palm of your hand. This one, comprising over 30,000 components, is acclaimed as the world's king of construction machinery. There are only a few countries with the capability to manufacture tunnel boring machines independently. I was lucky enough to meet one of the Shield's brilliant young engineers, Dong Jichao.
How big is the diameter? How big is it?
我们整台设备的开挖直径是有14.57米，重量约4350吨。
This is so huge. I mean, how do you put it together?
它是需要在那个地下进行一个组装，然后我们也针对这个组装的情况，海底隧道施工进行了一些针对性的设计，然后采用了分块结构，整个动作机就像搭积木一样，在洞内进行一个组装。
And it was all made in China?
是的，就是整台设备我们现在已经是实现了国产化，无论是从整机还是到部件，现在都是 made in China。
Amazing.
Amazing.
From zero to hero in just 2 decades, China has risen to lead the world in tunnel boring machine production, claiming 70% of the global market.
动力机国产化之后啊，它这个不光是这个价格上面有一定的优势了，它第二个你这个设备保障、后勤保障更加快速反应。自己走过来之后你是没感觉，但是你回过头再去看，发展的速度确实是非常惊人，非常快。路也好，桥也好，这个地方就是我当年在这里洒过汗水的，付出过努力的，回头还是满满的自主感的。
China's urbanization is on a scale never seen before. It's been powered by policy and robust manufacturing. It's as if China is building a city the size of Chicago every year. By 2035, over 1 billion people in China will have achieved a high quality and sustainable urban lifestyle.
Everywhere you stand in China, it's like you're on an island, surrounded by an enormous sea of change. For Zhoushan, the change came in the form of bridges, linking the chain of islands with the mainland, providing new opportunities, opening up a whole new world. From shoemakers to EVs, to the enormous supply chain, to the gigantic boring machine. What we're witnessing here in China is just economic building blocks that are continuing to grow an economic powerhouse. It's not just good for China, it's good for the globe. In fact, world economic growth has been fueled by China for the past 18 consecutive years. The question is, though, can China continue to sustain this? Will it deal with its mounting challenges? Is its sea of change as big as its imagination and innovation? We're going to find out in the next episode.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to